Hey guys, Antari again. So today we have battle versus country from Wi-Fi chat room. Maryland was shut down for a few days, so I decided to look in different places for new encounter. And then I found this guy, and he turns out to be a pretty good battler. We decided to do UU match, and I decided to bring in my new UU team with Frostas as a lead. And he go for some nice, neat strategies in this battle. So yeah. Let's get started. I decided to lead with my Frostas, as I said before, and he led with Quillfish. So first turn I set up some spikes, and he decided to go for a Thunder Wave just to put my Frostas into Paralyze. And after that he decided to set up his own spikes. So we just keep staying here with our pokes leads and setting up a bit with spikes and toxic spikes. So he decided to set up the second layer of toxic spikes, and after I set up a free layer of my spikes, I decided to go for a nice dream to break the sash or maybe predicting some switch. And after that he decided actually to set up the third layer of his spikes. So now I got a 3 layer of spikes and 2 layer of toxic spikes, which turns out to be pretty bad for me. So I decided to just get rid of this Quillfish and go for a Shadow Ball, which will one hit KO it. And after that he brings in his Tip Tiles. So I decided to stay in because maybe I was trying to overpredict his Swords Dance, but actually he goes for a Rock Slide, which turns out to be super effective on my Frostlass, so I lose my poke. And after that I decided to bring in my Arcanine just to scare him off with this fire type, but actually he decided to stay in and go for an Earthquake. But actually I know that my Arcanine is lucky enough to survive the Earthquake, so I go for Will-O-Wisp just to put it to the burn status, because the burn will have the physical attack damage from this Tip Tile. So after that I know that I'm bulky enough to take at least 2 Earthquakes. So I go for Morning Sun to get some HP back because of the poison. The health of my Arcanine isn't look that great. So after that I actually decided to take a switch into my Claydol, predicting another Earthquake, and this turns out to be a pretty nice part of prediction of mine, because yeah, he will suffer because of the burn, and now I'm actually not afraid of the Leaf Blade because of the burn, and I go for a trick just to be free from this choice item. And now I decided to go for a Rapid Spin just to spin this spikes and toxic spikes, because that can be pretty troublesome in late game. So after that I know that I can still take another Leaf Blade, so I go for the Stealth Rocks just to set up a bit, and after that his Tip Tile will die because of the burn. So his next poke turns out to be his Claydol, and I decided to go for an Explosion because maybe my Claydol is faster, and actually it occurred to be right. So I do some nice chunk of damage to his Claydol, and he goes for Rapid Spin, but there's no target. So yeah. And after that I go for my Dark Trio just to revenge kill it, and I made a big misplay here because I go for Pursuit, and Pursuit isn't that powerful to take down Claydol, even if it's super effective. So he's able to Rapid Spin my own Stealth Rocks and Spikes, and that's kind of bad because that can be pretty helpful in late game. So after he brings in his Cradily, I go for my Arbok just to get some Intimidate attack cut, and predicting that this is a stockpile Cradily, I go for a Switch Arrow just to make it lose its leftovers and ability to stockpile. So he decided to lock himself into an Energy Ball, and that doesn't do that much to my Arbok. So now he decided to take a switch into his Hariyama, and I go for Poison Jab, which is stop and kind of powerful. So after that I actually decided to stay in because he activated his Flame Orb, sorry. And I predict that this is his Henjiyama with Guts ability, so I go for a Poison Jab because I know that it will do some decent damage, and he goes for Facade, which actually didn't kill me, but leave my Arbok in his Death Water. So I decided to stay in, and he goes for a Bullet Punch, and actually I didn't predict that this Henjiyama is packed with all the sorts of priority moves like Fake Out or Bullet Punch. So after that I bring in my Dark Trio just to revenge kill it, and he goes for a Bullet Punch again, and that's kind of nice play of part of his, because I go for an Earthquake predicting some switch. So his next poke was Cradily, and I was actually afraid of some Energy Ball, so I go for my Arcanine, and he decided to go for a Toxic, which turns out to be pretty good because my Arcanine is already poisoned. So I go for a Toxic on my own, and for some random reason he decided to stay in, because maybe he was actually predicting some switch. But the second thing which pretty surprised me was that the second turn he actually stays in also. So I go for a Fire Blast, which turns out to be pretty powerful on Cradily, because Cradily got awesome special defense stats. But it's still grass, so the fire will do a fine job. And I decided to go for a Morning Sun next turn just to get some HP back because I don't want to lose my Arcanine that early. And yeah, he decided to stay in, and the poison will do nice damage to this Cradley, so I decided to finish it off with Fire Blast, which will obviously kill it. So his next poke, which he decided to bring out, was what was his name? Let me think. Zangoose, yeah. So I decided to go for Will-O-Wisp because I'm faster, and this burn will have the damage dealt by its physical attacks, so I'm not afraid of his physical attacks. And now my Arcanine will die because of the poison, but it still do really epic job in this match. So I decided to bring in my deck to pretty much a revenge killer, and I kill it with Sucker Punch. So great game, country, pretty epic one and close. Hope you'll get rematch sometime if you want. And yeah, hope you like this battle. Comment, rate, subscribe guys as always, and see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace dudes.